Welcome to a city immortalized in song, Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium, and home to the Western Michigan Broncos. The Broncos will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Northern Illinois Huskies offense will get first crack at it today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
The give to the back. Powers through the defender. Let's look big picture at Northern Illinois. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't...
Makes the grab at the 30. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Huskies want to pick up the tempo. A first down run in the red zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And the Broncos backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. The toss to the right. Plows through the defense. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open, and as a result, it's an incompletion.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Breaks into the open. The 40. The 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. He stopped, not much on the return, but a hole on getting the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Breaks the tackle.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play. The Broncos line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Northern Illinois right back to the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Off the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. They make the stop right there, but Northern Illinois has the 1st down.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the 1st down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that 1st.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes in the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to run it. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Man, now if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try the right side. Turning it on. Made a defender miss. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And that is another.
And the Broncos just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Gilliam. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
Yeah, I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Huskies will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to escape and get it himself. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Corrals it at the 45. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. On the option. Oh, better look out. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40, all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down. Got it in the middle. It's Gilliam.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Off play action on first down. Looking left. He's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Northern Illinois right back to the line. Keeps it on the bootleg. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw on 3rd. Makes the grab on the left. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. The give from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Punt is on its way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to adjust the pattern. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
Here we go.
To the air on first down. Thanks to grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Gilliam. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
Looking to fire. This time he's got it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He's got it on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the touchdown Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they've got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, taking advantage of the clock, it's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The play action fake. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Kalamazoo. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll open the second half on the ground. He breaks a tackle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Touchdown Broncos. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Oklahoma is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 17 over Arkansas. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. Bunch formation for these receivers. Going with the ground game left. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
To the air on second down. Unleashes one. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Hines is back in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And here comes the field goal unit.
On the field goal.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
A high kick. Let's see if he can pin him back deep in their own end. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay, break. Set, hunt.
They'll try the run. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to fire on second down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And listen, there's different degrees of open. But in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
It'll be third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, try to convert through the air. On target to the left. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. The inside handoff. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
We've come to the break. It's Western Michigan on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Broncos will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Might be calling a hot route. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Western Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man down the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier.
Going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. And the Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At the 42-yard line. Third down coming up.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking for space. It's Grove. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
All right, guys, let's chat a little bit about Northern Illinois. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Brings up second down.
Wants to go up top. Here's a throw downfield late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future. And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who